So find a comfortable sit and move whatever you need to move out of the way. So you can find those sit bones. So I want you to find your pelvis and feel like you've got that lovely connection with the ground. And from there, start to build up through your pelvis, making sure it's lovely and soft and relaxed and wide. And then into the lower back and around top of your pelvis and all of that area around your hips, just relaxed but long. So giving yourselves a bit more space. And then up the spine a little further. And then into the sides of the body, into the front of the body. So you're not just raising the spine when you're asked to elevate and take the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. You're raising the whole core of you, that whole tube, if you like, going upwards. So that's the front, the sides, as well as the back. So giving yourself that space and then have a bit of a wiggle. So we've got that gentle movement around the top of the hips, the ribs, and the shoulders. So just to move from side to side, as if you're just trying to take your lower ribs out to the left, out to the right. And starting to breathe and notice that you're breathing, attention to the breath. Really how it works for you. And then come to center. And let's take the chest out. And then bring the chest in. So just sending the chest forwards and backwards. And that will feel like you're sliding your whole rib cage forwards and backwards. Just the bottom of your ribs, if you imagine that oval shape moving backwards and forwards. Just a little gentle articulation, mostly in the mid-back, but of course it will go into the upper back and the lower back too. And then coming to a nice centered position again. Still thinking about the crown of your head moving up towards the sky and remembering that this practice is for you. So do what works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, don't do it. Adapt. Let's move in a circular motion now. So that same oval of the rib cage at the bottom there, moving it around. Maybe anti-clockwise to start. Anyway that you already started, stay with that. So moving around and just finding any tight bits now around the hips, around the shoulders. You can put your hands on your knees. Makes it seem like you're stirring the body round. So inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling through the mouth, and then coming back to center, and then let's go around to the other side. You might like to start small and move into bigger circles, or you might go straight for the big circles. You should let your arms help you, use them. A nice way to notice the sit bones as well here, because you'll be coming off one, moving heavily into the other, and then switching over, and then coming back. So long in the spine, chin to chest. Dropping your chin. Just allowing the weight of your head to do the work here. And then tucking the chin in. So then we start to move, playing with the muscles, playing with adding on a little bit of tension, adding on some work here. So a really tight tuck, chin into chest. Exhale here. On your inhale, raising your chin all the way up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, bringing your chin all the way back down to where it was. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down. Follow that progress, that movement with your eyes. Allow your eyes to stay soft and unfocused. Inhaling up. Lifting through the sternum as well now. Lift your sternum up. Let the back of your head drop back and exhaling, folding forward and allowing your mid back to roll out now. Adding in the back movement. Move at your own pace. So you're inhaling as you come up. Maybe sending the chest forward and then exhaling to come forward and bring the head back. So carry on with that and add in with the spine. So really curl and flex and move and enjoy that ability that you have to manipulate the whole of your core, your sternum, your shoulders, your spine. And then when you're ready, come to resting with your head in the upward position, so face up towards the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. And then straightening through the back, lift your sternum and send your chin up towards the ceiling. So that strong movement here, pushing the lower jaw up towards the ceiling. Think about waking up and strengthening those muscles under the jaw. Relax your shoulders. And come back to center. Lovely. Just a couple more movements with the neck and head. So take your head right ear to right shoulder. And here, just enjoy that feeling of your head being heavy and imagine it so full of amazing experiences in your wonderful life. And what we're doing here is opening up the blood flow, stretching the fascias, moving things around a little, unblocking. And then coming back to center, nice and gentle. Use your shoulders here and over to the other side. So come into that position where it's really just the weight of your head doing the stretch. Soften through your shoulders and your shoulder blades and your elbows and your hands. And when you feel that you're there, your head is relaxed, the heaviness of your head that's pulling in that gorgeous stretch across the side of your neck. Then you can add on a little and stretch a little bit further if you wish. If you've got issues with your neck and you're just working with gravity, just letting the weight of your head do the work for you. And then coming back to center. Now that next stuff feels so good, we're going to actually take the right shoulder look. So chin over the right shoulder here, looking over, and then back to center and over to the other side. Still breathing, learning to breathe. And then back to center. So we're going to move with the breath today. We're going to do a little bit of breath work to start. And we're going to take the legs wide, so give yourself some space on your mat. Swivel yourself around if you want to or need to. If you just need that padding under your heels. If you've got it anyway, then you've got it anyway. So legs are extended and go to the point where you're feeling the stretch. So if you put your legs out and you think, okay, well, I don't feel anything here. See if you can widen them out a little further, just a tiny bit. Go one leg and then the other and see where you go with that. You want to feel that your pelvis is still heavy, you've got that connection with the ground. And we're looking for a stretch on both sides. So don't be afraid to go to where it feels like a bit of a decent stretch. There's some discomfort there. You can feel that stretch happening because you can always come in. You're not fixed in this position. So don't let the fear of being stuck stop you from going to your maximum right now. And your maximum right now will not be the same as your maximum after our practice together. You will be stretched out a little bit more. You'll have a little bit more flexibility, but it's the first practice. It's the first part of your practice. So be patient with yourself. So we've got that nice stretch and we've gone side to side. And this is where we're bringing in the breath. So we're going to come into center, inhale, Exhale left. Stay there. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale back to center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Now don't let your sit bones fly here. Move at your own pace. So when you need to breathe, you're coming back. When you're ready to breathe out, you'll go over to the other side. Go at your pace. See if you can keep that movement going. And if you lose the breath and the movement together, we'll just come back to center and start again. Really simple. We're just going to be inhaling in as we have more space, and the exhale comes as we're starting to compress into the chest. So as if you were a balloon, that natural movement comes with the breath. So with this movement, we're not looking to be folding forward or leaning backwards, probably less likely to be happening. Excuse me, and we're not turning either. So we're literally just going side to side. So if you imagine your head and your spine just being in one line, with no twisting happening whatsoever. So over from one side to the other. And you're probably going to find some stiff bits around the hips, into the sides of the body. And we're looking for those bits and we're stretching into them, and at the same time we're breathing in and out. In through the nostrils, out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, coming back to center. Well done. I always love moving with the breath. Right. You have to concentrate, don't you? So come to center, bring your hands to the mat in front of you. And we're just going to bend through the elbows. So give yourself some weight into the hands. Lean forward a little so you can feel that pressure under the palms of your hands. Toes are drawn slightly back towards your face now as your feet have had a chance to relax into this position. If the word relax makes you laugh here, then maybe bring the legs in a little bit. Otherwise, maybe you're settling into that nice open stretch. And we're giving our hips time to adjust to this position by playing around with the rest of the body. So we're leaning into the hands. Think about having a straight spine here. It might be tempting to round, but try not to. And open the shoulders out so you're bringing your shoulder blades together as well. So lots of length in the front of the body. Lift the sternum away from your pelvis. So we're not going to get a lot of movement here, but let's go for it anyway. Remember, we've got the toes engaged, gently bringing back towards the face. Not a huge movement there, just that engagement of the legs. So inhale and exhale to fold forward. Not a big movement. Finding that point at which you are not going to be moving any further, then coming back on the inhale, inhaling up. Come up to tiptoes, I was going to say, fingertips. Exhale, folding forward, find that weight into your hands. Inhale, coming back. Weight into your pelvis, into your sit bones. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming up. Last one. Exhale, folding forward. Well done. Coming all the way up. Let's take the right leg in, leave the left leg where it is, full thing. So, right leg in and hold your foot and turn the sole of your foot gently up towards your face. It's not that it's going to be completely facing your face, but you just want to get the top of your foot nestled onto the floor a little bit more. And then we've got the knee out to the side. And we're going to come into a little bit of a side bend with a twist here. So left arm down the left leg, using your right hand on your right knee to just gently encourage that movement. Rolling out to the side. And then taking your right arm up. So reaching up with the right arm. And where's the twist? I hear you say, right, looking up. Bringing that left arm on the inside of your leg if you wish, or leave it where it is. And then we're going to take the right arm round. So fold your arm round, find your spine, and open up that right shoulder to the ceiling. And release, coming up. Strong twist there. Let's swap legs. Bring your right leg out and left leg in. Again, turning your foot gently up towards your face a little. Getting a bit more opening up in that knee. And so we're taking the right hand to the right leg and glide away. Hand goes towards your foot. You can bring your hand and arm on the inside edge, or you can leave them on your leg, taking the left arm up. So nice big stretch there. Open up under the arm, be conscious of that space under your armpits. Reaching up, now looking up if that works for your neck. If it doesn't, keep gazing forwards. And then we're going to bring that left arm behind. And you are really heading towards the right thigh. Don't worry if you don't get there. Find your spine, find your somewhere on your back for your hand to rest. And then open up the left shoulder, looking up. And then let's gaze forward again. Bring the arm up, reaching up, coming out. Bring your feet together by the Padmasana, soles of the feet together. And this might feel really easy now that we've had that big opening up in the hips. Let's have a wiggle from side to side. Maybe a butterfly movement, winging the knees. And then we're going to be coming up into a squat position. So, bring yourself up to squat. Keep your hands low and have a bit of a play. So we're going to be rolling through the foot, stretching out the ankles, pushing into the toes. Take your weight from side to side, so release off some of the weight. So you're bringing your weight to the left, your foot on the right side is a bit freer, and you can come onto toes, roll out to the outer edge, maybe roll into the inner edge, and come onto your heel. So a little bit of a play there with that right ankle, right foot, because your weight is more into the left. And then shifting over, same thing, we free out the left foot to have a little play into the heel, into the toes, into the sides of the foot, the right side, the left side, or the outside, the inside, it's probably easier. So a nice little play there. In the meantime, we're doing those screaming toes on the inside. And then come back to center. So we're going to shift the weight from one side to the other, rolling through the sole of the foot. If this doesn't feel good for you, then you're not rolling so much through the foot. You're more just shifting your weight from side to side. So go to what version works for you, whether you want to be rolling right over and working the feet, or whether you're going to do a subtle move and work the feet, mostly flat-footed. Do what works for you. Elbows into the thighs. So good, nice resting pose. Gives you a little bit of support there. Still breathing in, so constantly breathing in through the nostrils, breathing out through the mouth. Well done. And then let's take the legs a little wider. So starting to doing a lot on hips, aren't we? Gosh, I'm going to put this one together. I didn't quite imagine it through. That's good. We hold so much in the hips. Nice to be able to release some of that. So just widening the legs out, bringing a little bit of power from the thighs and lifting up as you come from side to side. Now that's strong into knees as well. So if that's a little too much, you just come a little bit higher and you keep yourself a little bit higher. Take that bend out of the knees. And in fact, come up higher anyway. So up higher, lift sternum, lift torso, take the feet out. So your ankles are roughly under your knees when you're centered. Still leaning in, still giving yourself that support, unless you want to turn it into much more of a strength posture, in which case, take your hands off and leave it all to the legs. And again, just moving side to side. That movement can be very, very slow, very, very small, or it can be quite big. Do what works for you and for your knees. Just warming them up a little bit. Torso up, and let's take the arms out, come to center, sink down. Goddess pose. And then we're straightening the legs, folding forwards, just halfway. Come to halfway, turn the angle of your feet to be a sort of 3/4 turn, and fold. So we're in this lovely inversion, allowing the weight of our heads to stretch through the spine. And let's keep this as well to be dynamic. So taking your hips over from left to right, finding that stretch in your thighs, maybe into the backs of your knees and your calves. So while we're having a moment in inversion, we're also moving through the hips and breathing. And then hands to the mat directly below you. Bring your right hand to center. So you're going to step that right hand in directly below your face or your neck. And then stretching into the left arm, swooping it out towards the side, all the way past the left leg, all the way around, left hand moving up towards the ceiling. So reaching up towards the ceiling. And when your arms are in line, so you've got your right hand to the mat, your left hand to the ceiling, just check what's happening with your hips. If they've gone out to the side, bring them back to center, and you'll get a bit more stretch and a bit more kind of movement there into the left shoulder. And remember to breathe. Your gaze is just out to the left side unless you wish to look up towards your left hand. If that feels uncomfortable or odd in your neck, then keep looking out to the side. Reaching up. And then swooping that arm round, but stretching it out at the same time. So moving your hand as far away from your shoulder as you can as you bring that hand all the way back down and swap the left hand with the right. Lengthen through your left arm, and we're going to swoop the right arm out nice and slow and steady and strong all the way around up towards the ceiling. Again, your gaze follows your hand, unless that is worrisome in your neck, in which case you're looking out to the side. Just check your hips. Are they centered or are they moving out to the right? Noticing what they're doing and then gently encouraging them back to center. And then bringing that right arm back. Again, stretching through the whole of your arm and coming back to center. Taking your right hand to your right foot, left hand to your left foot, and staying back into that inversion. A little bit of a bend in your knees. And then rolling up. Your head and neck last to come up. Use your strong legs here. Bringing yourself up to standing. Well done. We're going to come into a little bit of warrior here. Work the thighs. So turning your right foot to the narrow end of your mat and bringing your hips around to face the narrow end of your mat, to face your right leg. So legs are straight in this position, lengthen through your core, lengthen through your body. Bring your hands to your hips or just to the backs of your hips here as you set up the right alignment for your feet. Keep some length between your chin and your chest. That's lovely. Well done. And then we're going to swoop the arms forward and upwards. Take your gaze up, look up towards your hands, towards the space between your hands. And then we're going to bend the right knee and allow the gaze to come forwards. So right knee bent. Just check what you want to do with that back foot. Might be that you want to come up onto toes, in which case you'll probably get a bit more dip there. Lift your chest, lift your sternum, and keep your chin away from your chest. Use that left glute. And breathe. Bending through the back leg is powerful, left leg powerful there. And then we're going to bring the hands back down, straighten that right leg, swap round to the front, and then swap round to the other side. So set your legs up first, hips aligned with the narrow end of the mat on the other side. Bringing your hands all the way up, bring your gaze up as well. Shoulders are down though, not taking your shoulders up to your ears. And then bending your left knee, bringing your gaze just back so that you're staring directly out in front of you. Engage the muscles in that back leg, in your left thigh. Lift your pelvic floor, pull your belly towards your spine. Lift your sternum, give yourself some space between your chest and your chin. Arms are strong here, rigid, strong arms. And breathe. And another big breath. And bringing your hands down to your hips, straightening through that left leg, bring yourself back to center. And Prasarita Padukasana one more time. Slowly now, slowly, 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 folding forward. Taking your hands to your lower back. So maybe having your right hand on your sacrum and your left hand tucked inside the right. Holding on somehow, maybe linking your thumbs and allowing the back of your neck to be soft and at ease. Relaxing through your shoulders as well. Noticing where you feel any sensations of heaviness or stretching or pulling in your spine, in the sides of your body. Your legs have a little bit of a bend in the knee, a tiny bend. And taking deep, steady breaths right down into your pelvis, into your knees, into your feet. Inhaling through your nostrils, exhaling through your mouth. Slowly coming up, either with a straight back or uncurling. Your choice, do what works for you. Nice and slow to rise. And let's walk the legs in. So walking back to center, come to your mat, looking to one of the narrow ends, roughly in the middle. And let's come into Tadasana, mountain pose. So strong legs, keep your feet about just more than a foot's width apart. Heavy into your heels, into your toes, turning your hands, palms to face forwards, shoulders are relaxed and wide. So you're a mountain here. Strong, steady, immovable. Give yourself a little space between your chin and your chest. Take your tailbone under, a little bit more openness and stretch through the fronts of your hips here. And notice where your weight is. Where are you sending the weight down? Into the soles of your feet. If you are more into the toes, rock back. If you're more into the heels, and forwards. Feel more over to the right, the left. Use those pressure sensors in the soles of your feet to center you and soften through your shoulders. From Tadasana, we are going to come into Ardha Chandrasana. So we're going to take the arms out to the side on a nice big breath. In, gazes up, and bring your hands together. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, lift your sternum, allow your hands to come back beyond midline. Keep breathing here at your own pace. So we've got a little bit of a back bend. Give yourself space between your sternum and your pelvis, in the front of the body. Be strong into your legs and maybe send your pelvis forward now. And come back to center, all the way down, hands still together, folding forward, bring your hands down to the mat and walk them forward, send your feet away, come into downward facing dog. So let's make this downward facing dog, this lovely resting posture, a little less resting, a little more dynamic, taking your hips from side to side. So as you take your hips from side to side, don't allow your hands to peel off the mat. Keep them welded onto the mat. And you will give yourself that lovely side body stretch. As you allow the heaviness of your hips to roll out to the left side, and feel that stretch around your right armpit, down the side of your ribs on the right side. And when you come over to the left, hopefully you'll feel that on the other side. Head and neck completely at ease. Side to side. Listening to the sounds your body makes. And coming back to center with that sway, slowly slowing. Head and neck completely relaxed. Let's have a bit of a shake, a bit of a nod, a bit of a wiggle with the head, checking that we are completely relaxed in the head and neck and face. And a big smile, perhaps, to find yourself upside down yet again. And then looking forwards to your hands, bring your knees into a hover. So we're going to bend the legs and float the knees off the floor. Push away into your hands here. So you get that extra bit of length and lift, taking your chest away from the floor. Use your core here. So we are hovering the knees, bringing the belly button to spine. Strong stretch in the backs of the toes. Shoulders are wide, shoulders are strong. Pushing into the knuckles of your hands, not just into the heels of your hands. And then bringing your knees down. And it's time to come to Balasana for rest. So release your feet off, take your feet up towards the ceiling if your knees can tolerate that. And then as you bring them down, bring your big toes together and push yourself back slowly and gently into your Balasana. If you feel like it, you can take the knees quite wide and give yourself space. If you'd rather, then you're folding over your thighs. Extend your arms out and we'll come to a rest later, but for now, arms are long and stretched out. Or head down towards the mat if you need to. You can place a block or you can fold your arms round so that your forehead becomes a pillow for your forehead. Otherwise, you are forehead to the floor. And breathe. Filling up absolutely to the maximum with your in-breath and letting go completely, softening through the chest, allowing everything to relax as the out-breath leaves your body. We're going to cycle through some movement now. We're going to come into a little bit of spinal work. Then we're going to come into some more spinal work. And then we're going to be coming on to lying on our backs. So for now, we're going to come into a little bit of a twist, bring yourself up to tabletop position. So we're in tabletop, check behind, can you see your feet? If you can, move them so you can't. Push your mid back up towards the ceiling. Head and neck and spine in line. And we're coming over to thread the needle and give ourselves a little bit of squish and squash into the shoulders. Always feels really good. So left hand is down, right hand extends out. Then we're going to extend it out behind. Then we're going to extend it out to the right side. Then we're going to thread the needle through, taking your right hand into that space and dropping down with control onto the right shoulder, side of your head, so right side, right cheek to the mat, or right temple, and really squishing down into the top of the right arm. Hips are level here. If you're sliding them over to the right, bring them back. So we're just resting here. And then we're going to push into the left hand, coming back up, right hand flat floor. Strong into that right arm, extending the left arm forwards, extending your left arm backwards, over by the left hip, the left hand, extending the arm out to the side, and bringing it under and through to roll down onto that left shoulder now. Left cheek and temple to the floor. Allow your chest to be heavy and soft and find that compression that we're looking for around the left armpit to the left shoulder. Notice what's happening with your hips. Check this pressure in your knees. Is it equal? And have 3 deep, steady breaths here. So count the breaths in and out. Open through the soles of your feet. Let go of any tension in your toes, in your jaw. Excuse me. And then pushing strongly into the right hand, lifting away, coming back up. Let's send the body forward. So sending the crown of your head forwards, sending yourself backwards, sending yourself forwards, sending yourself all the way back. This time as you send yourself forwards, think about straightening your hips. If you can, taking the pelvis down towards the ground, then bringing yourself back. Back into that tabletop position. Check that your knees are under your hips, your feet are out behind you, your hands are under your shoulders. Well done. We're going to extend the right arm out, so strong into the left hand. Right arm comes out in front of you as if you are reaching forwards to get something. And this time we're going to draw a big half circle with that right hand out to the right side and all the way back towards your right hip. Then bringing your hands forward again, that right hand comes forward and threads the needle again. We're going to lower slowly down with strength onto that right shoulder. Check your hips aren't leaning over. And then if it's comfortable for you, we're going to lift that left arm up and take it up towards the ceiling. Lifting your left arm up towards the ceiling. Open your left shoulder. Open it out towards the front. If you can relax into the right shoulder. Lifting. Left hand up. If that feels too strong, then you're extending your left arm out over your right arm. Bringing your left hand back down to the mat. Pushing the mat and the floor away. Bringing your right hand to the mat. And then we're going to extend the left arm forwards. So your upper left arm is around your left ear. push the right hand into the mat and then draw a big arc, big circle with the left hand as you take your left hand towards your left hip. Bringing your left hand down now and threading it through, coming back into that big compression in the left side of your face, flat to the floor, swooping the right arm up if that's appropriate for you for today. If that isn't, then you just take your right hand over your left, right arm over your left, along the floor, or bring your hand back to that same position with your hand flat to the floor, just by your face. So 3 choices here. And your challenge is to do the one that works best for you. That is yoga. That is where you are really getting the benefit. Not doing what you feel might be the number one or the extreme or the best or the ultimate. None of these asanas have that at all. It's our minds that make us think that. So the ultimate for you is the one that works best for your body. And bringing your right hand down now, taking it flat to the floor by the side of your face, pushing the floor away, coming into tabletop position. So in our tabletop position now, bringing your knees together, bringing your heels together, and sending yourself back into a well-deserved balasana. This time we have the compression in the groin and the hips, rounding through your body, forehead down towards the ground, and release your arms. Come either side of your legs, palms facing upwards, and let go. Let go of any tension here. Soften through the whole of your shoulders, under your arms. Well done. And we need a little bit of a back bend here. So we're going to come into a gentler version. Taking your hands either side of your chest, sliding them forward, bringing yourself into downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your hips, straighten your legs. Walk yourself into the right position for you. Belly button to spine, shoulders are wide, head and neck relaxed. Heels moving down to the mat. Push the floor away with your hands. Give yourself that length that you're looking for in your body, that space. Soften through your face, through your jaw, through your forehead. We're going to come to lying on our bellies. So come to lying on your belly how you wish. If you want to, you're going to be sliding forwards, sending your toes back, bending the elbows, and coming down into a low plank before coming to the mat. Otherwise, however you wish. Release your feet out behind you. Keep your hands either side of your chest, elbows pointing back. We're going to do a little bit of a warm up here by taking the chin away from the floor, pushing into the hands, pushing into the backs of the tops of the feet. And tightening through all the muscles in the back of your body. Into Bhujangasana, Cobra. A nice little back bend here, gazing forwards, feeling that engagement in your glutes, in your thighs, in your calves, in your feet. And then coming forwards to relax in Makara. One arm stacked on top of the other. And breathe. I think Bhujangasana or Cobra might be one of the worst postures for breath holding. Or should that be one of the best postures for breath holding? or maybe just the most common. So be conscious of trying to breathe when you're in Cobra, but if not, then give yourself some space and time to breathe afterwards. We're coming into another little version of back bend. So we're looking for a bit of a bow, Dhanurasana, bow posture. So bring yourself up. Full posture is that one that you used to do in PE or gymnastics. Knees are bent, feet back, feet heading up towards the back of your head. And then reach round and find the right hand with the right hand, right foot connection, left hand, left foot connection. If this is too much, then just do one side and not the other, and then we'll swap around. Otherwise, you're holding onto your feet, find a nice grip around your toes, around the mid part of your foot. You can allow your feet to drop out to the sides to find that hold. And in fact, the wider you take your knees, perhaps the easier it will be. If you want more of a challenge, you're going to bring your knees in and close together. Take your shoulder blades towards each other now. So we're pulling the shoulder blades in, lift your head and gaze forwards. So you might feel a connection there between the back of your head and the tops of your shoulders, the top of your back. Pressing your hips and your belly into the mat, lifting your knees off. If you're doing one side, then use your other arm to stabilize and help you balance. Otherwise, you're lifting off, pinching the shoulder blades together and lifting the knees, drawing the feet away to stretch through the whole of the front of your body. If you're doing one side, swap now and come to the other. Otherwise, you are lifting, engaging all the muscles in the back of your body. Gaze is upwards and forwards. And release. Come down. Release. Take your hands into Makara. Take your big toes together. Take your knees out. And release your feet away from each other. So knees are out to the side. Feet are far away from each other. Well done. A little bit of a counter pose for the back bend. Counter pose for the counter pose. Tuck your toes under. Take your hands either side of your chest. And we're going to be popping up into downward facing dog, which should feel really very releasing and lovely around your lower back, mid-back, sides of your body. Soften through your head and neck. And remember, if you are finding any of these asanas tricky, the key is to practice more, not less. But practice in bringing in some asanas that are precursors, perhaps. We've done some quite strong, heavy going type asanas today. Remember to breathe. Make your practice a practice. And then looking forwards. Coming over, shoulders over your wrists. Knees down to the ground. Taking your knees outwards. Bringing your toes together, feet together. Sending your hips back. Extending your legs out in front of you. And making sure that you're in the right position on your mat so that you've got enough space behind you, enough mat behind you. So we're up nice and tall in our Dandasana, our staff pose, activating the backs of the legs, bringing the toes gently towards the face. Shoulders are wide and strong, neck is long. Bring your hands gently to the mat either side of you. And from here, we're lowering down, nice and slow. Sliding back, and if this isn't for you today, then just coming down to lying on your back, however works for you. When you're on your back on the floor, bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a jolly good big hug. Well done. Well done for being here. Well done for prioritizing your well-being, your health. It's all these little steps that we take that are the things that work, things that we can maintain, things that we can enjoy. So we want to keep doing them. Taking your right knee into your right hand, left knee into your left hand, allowing your knees to come away from each other, finding that stretch again in the hips, bringing your right knee out to the right side, left knee out to the left side, and having a bit of a rock from side to side. So like a very simple, happy baby. Then knees come back together, arms are out to the side, final spinal twist. Take your knees right, settle the knees, take your head left. And now here it's quite common to feel that we want to be bringing the knees up to the face. Let go of any tension in your knees and your legs. Let them slide or go wherever they need to go. We're looking for heavy, soft, relaxed legs and neck. And then that magical movement down the spine can happen. You think about all of that opening up and that movement and space we found in the groin, in the hips, in the shoulders, under the arms. Now we allow things to move in that amazing internal transport system. Bring your head back to center, bring your knees back to center and over to the other side. Again, find that position, then move your head, then relax your legs and let them do what they want. We need the body to be soft and open. Everything can move easily. And that is where that amazing detoxification and cleaning and sorting happens. And the feeding and the growing and all that good stuff. Whenever you practice, if you can remember to fill a liter bottle with water and keep it with you and just add that to your daily drinking. Don't let it replace it. Just bring it in. Help your body look after you. Bring your head back to center, bring your knees back to center. Give yourself a hug. Well done. Give yourself a big hug. A big hug and lots of love. We might not all be in the same place, but we are practicing together, and I do believe that that has its own particular special energy. Bringing the knees in for that big hug, and then bringing yourself into Shavasana. So extending out, finding that length, maybe lifting your arms overhead, giving yourself a bit of a stretch and a wiggle, and then bringing yourself to Shavasana. Notice what's happening in your body. Notice any tingling, zinging, beautiful feelings of movement. Notice warmth. Notice the circulation and take a deep inhale through your nostrils. Exhale through your mouth, soften, let everything go, feel heavy, feel relaxed. Bring a smile to your face, close your eyes. And relax, 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 relax. Smile, breathe. Send that breath all around the body. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles, relax your calves, relax your knees, relax your thighs. Relax your hips, relax your belly, relax your chest, relax the palms of your hands, relax your wrists. Relax your forearms, relax your elbows, relax your upper arms, relax your shoulders, relax the whole of your chest, the whole of your torso. Relax your neck, relax your throat, relax your jaw, relax your mouth, relax your cheeks, relax your nose, relax your eyes, relax your forehead. Relax the whole of your scalp, relax the whole of the back of your body. Let the floor hold you, support you, energize you and ground you. Relax the whole of the sides of your body, feeling open, feeling strong. Relax the whole of the front of your body, breathing in deeply, exhaling fully, breathing in light and warmth, and being here right now, breathing out and letting go of anything that you're carrying or holding that you no longer need to be holding or carrying. Everything is a choice. Learning to make the right ones for you can be a difficult and painful process. But it can also be a joyful, freeing, uplifting, wonderful process. You choose. Breathing in. Starting to feel some movement, rolling over to your right side, coming up to sitting, finding a little movement if you need it. Feeling a little bit of a stretch. Bringing your hands to heart center when you're ready. Keeping some length in that spine, crown of the head lifting up. Inhale. On the exhale, chin to chest, forehead to your fingertips. And here, deep inhale. On the exhale, opening your eyes, giving them a little bit of a blink. Inhaling, staying here. On the exhale, lifting your chin away from your chest, coming back to center. And thank you for your practice. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for taking the time for yourself. And have a wonderful day. Whatever it is that you are doing, may it all be wonderful and lovely. And I shall see you soon.